Cheers, guys. Welcome back. Dayne Burr here. I'm in one of my favorite American cities, beautiful Chicago, Illinois. You know, I love coming to Chicago, but I found that one of the best things you can do is come to a big city and eat a nice, home-cooked meal by one of the best. Now I just want to introduce my friend Sprent. Met him in Cambodia in a very questionable part of that city. We usually greet each other with a deep, deep bow. Sprent brought me here to the house of Clive Dansburough, one of the best in the biz. He used to be one of the top restaurateurs in Chicago until a minor brain accident ended that all. I gotta tell you, I'm starving. Let's go in. I mean, for fuck's sake, Reggie. I've been standing out here for like 45 minutes trying to do this intro.
Okay, well, what do you want me to do,
no, there's
man?
just people standing all over the place. I don't know where the fuck they're coming from.
Don't fucking take this out on
don't
me,
interrupt
dude.
me. You were an unpaid intern. You could be getting my coffee right now. Let's just fucking shoot this thing.
All right, man. All right.
Okay, let's go.
Jesus.
Clive.
Dayne, how the hell are you, buddy?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Good to see you.
All right, lager. Honey lager, my favorite.
Yeah, you want to take a seat?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Great.
Clive, I gotta ask you. A lot of people call Chicago the second city. What do you think makes the city stand out from, say, Los Angeles or New York?
Well, Dayne, it's actually pretty funny because you know, Chicago, they call it, you know, little redheaded stepchild of New York, something like that. New York grabs from us, LA grabs from us, Wichita, Kansas grabs from us, and you know, it's just great.
Getting ingredients can often be somebody else's job. You gotta kind of buy in bulk. You know, at home, what's the process like? You're buying on a smaller scale. Where do you get your ingredients?
You know, it's really easy. I have dumpsters. I have Latin neighbors, and you know, I just have all the barbecues that one could ask for. And I find scraps. I find little pieces of meat on the ground, and so when they come to my house, my home, it's really hard for them at first, but after a while.
So Clive, I'm famished. What's on the menu?
Well, let's see what's on that menu. Sprent?
Hey, Sprent.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
So, first off, we're going to start you off with a nice watermelon mushroom cipollina. It's a nice little cocktail drink I made up. The second course, the main course, is going to be a charred 48.
And the charred 48 is...
Charred 48.
Sounds great.
Yeah, well, it's one flank steak, and I leave it out for about 48 hours, and it's charred, it's peppered up. For dessert, I have a honey-soaked burrito, chicken burrito. It came from this Mexican restaurant 7 to 8 days ago. Honey-soaked for that 8 days, and I have a nice apricot corn puree that's I'm going to sprinkle on top.
You leave that burrito in the fridge?
Absolutely not.
I don't know if you were privy to that menu right now, but sounds like absolute trash. A mushroom drink. It's the production team that got me into this. Top 5 chef, all right? I'm a top 5 travel writer. You keep your mouth shut.
Here you go, Dayne. First try with the watermelon.
All right, thanks so much. Cheers. It's fruity, pepper in there, and usually you want to wash a mushroom, but what I like about this is that the mushroom is unwashed, an element of nature, an excellent combination of the fruit and the dirty vegetable. It just makes my stomach feel good so far.
What you really have is a sense of urban decadence.
And I certainly think that you've achieved that with the large mushroom that's in here. You know, usually with a drink with food in it, a Bloody Mary or something along those lines, you can pick out the food and it's kind of good. It's soaked in the juice. It's a wet drink. It's a run-of-the-mill mushroom, which, you know, normally I wouldn't put in food. It's chewy, really, really good. So, excellent start with this. I'm filling up on liquid really quickly, so we move on to the charred 48.
I can't wait.
See the color of that drink? It's like the bottom of a foot of a man that's been hiking for a long time. You shut your fucking mouth. Do you know how much my wardrobe costs? Can't wait for the charred 48. say? Love the presentation right now. This looks like a triple stacked meat with what appears to be a layer of peanut butter and a household Band-Aid. Take that out of there. No harm, no foul.
And I actually surprised you with a little peanut butter in there. Hope you don't mind.
Where does this dish come from? Where is it? Just from the mind of
This is, well, yeah, it actually is. I like to think of my house as kind of, you know, a little melting pot of all the cultures that surround me. And you know, with those cultures, I have the Latins and I have the trash men. Especially, I care a lot, really passionately about this piece of meat right here, because right here you have a little bit of that black pepper, and then you also have a little bit of the peanut butter right there.
Okay.
And you also have this charred bit right here.
I prefer if you don't
Charred.
touch it necessarily.
It's 48.
And this is my first go around with charred 48, right off the spoon into my stomach. Bon appetit. It has a texture like I would imagine a tennis ball would taste like, and yet a tennis ball that has been prepared in the highest quality restaurant imaginable. Just a fantastic job by Clive on the second dish. Really, really good stuff. Awesome dish. I honestly am super excited for the honey soaked burrito.
Well, yeah, I'm just flattered. It's so great when a gentleman like you just comes into my home and is just, you know, so. Oh my God.
Cut it.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Cut it.
Yeah, cut it. Yeah, cut it, dude. Yeah,
Cut
it's
that. Reggie?
Yeah. Give me, yeah.
It was a mistake.
Man.
It was a mistake.
You
It
fucking threw up,
was a
dude.
mistake. Not indicative of how I feel about the meal. Just got a little backed up, and we're gonna cut that out of there. You're gonna look
Yeah,
fine.
you know, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Sprint.
Bread chops, right?
Vigorous cleanup, but you're gonna cut it.
We'll see.
You know, I came to Chicago wanting a personal touch. There's something about being in somebody's home, getting a home cooked meal that really adds a vibrancy and a sense of. And now I believe I'm about to have a honey glazed, marinated burrito with Domino's sugar and a corn apricot glaze.
Really excited for you to try this this dessert, the honey soaked burrito. You know, I actually surprised it a little bit. I took some apricot spread and I told you it was going to be on top, but I actually stuffed a couple apricots in there. And the meat is pretty old. So you'll have the apricot right next to that chicken bone.
Okay, there's bone in it. Dig right on in there. And you get right in there, get a little apricot on there. You know, when you're eating a dish like this, you're going to want to get as many things on the fork as possible because a lot goes into this. And, you know, the sweet and savory flavors, you're going to get it all on one fork because you want all that magic to be happening on the palate and on the tongue. You grab an apricot here and you grab what appears to be chicken and pickled everything, I think, and you just get right on there and yeah, go for it. Rock and roll, brother. It has a stiffness, syrupy fruit taste, and the spice of the jalapeno really makes me wish I flossed more. I know that this is going to go in strong and come out wrong.
Well, you know, it's great. Yeah, actually, I didn't tell you about the spicy jalapenos that were in there. I'm actually pretty impressed you caught on. It's dripping with flavor. It's just soaked.
Not your traditional dessert, but this is the Midwest, and we like to offer up something that is a little bit different from the coast. I gotta tell you, this is my #1 favorite dish of the night.
I've had a lovely drink. I've had a beautiful mid-course meal. Now that I'm on to the dessert, which feels like it should come somewhere in the middle, or even not at all, I'm surprised and pleasantly surprised at that. You've outdone yourself, my friend.
Well, that about wraps it up. Normally I eat everything that's on my plate. It's probably why they hired me, but this is a little too rich for my blood, and I've had a couple of cocktails here. So I'm just gonna wrap it up. I thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Sure. And a double. Okay. Thank you. I mean, all yours, my friend.
Thank you.
And Sprent, as usual, deep, deep bow. Okay. Okay.
You know, it's always great when a guy like Dayne Burr comes to, a small house like mine, and he's always he's such an exquisite gentleman. I know that he liked the food. I know he's gonna like it tomorrow.
It's those fucking network executives for that shit that I did in Southeast Asia. They're fucking me. Where the fuck even are we?
Chicago,
Whose
man.
house is this?
I don't know. You know him.
Sprent, did you see him? He barely said a word. I'm not gonna come back to Chicago. I'd appreciate it if you get it out of my face. I might come back to eat at Wolfgang Puck's restaurant. Do you see what I had to eat in there? Dayne Burr!
That's
Unbelievable. You're fired.
Can't fire me. I'm an intern. I'm not even getting paid.
That's a good point.